what is a MySQL, why it is important for IT people. After that, what is a database and what are the different types of databases, and how to insert a data into database. In databases, what are the different types of database? Okay, why RDBMS is famous? Why RDBMS means Relational Database Management System is famous out of those all four data types databases. Okay, all those things we had seen in last class. Now, how data is storing inside database? The form of tables. Okay. Now, if you consider table name, age, and date of birth. Okay, I will create one table for these columns: name, age, and date of birth. Now, while I am inserting data into table, okay, in place of name, I will give 19. In place of age, I will give Raj. In place of date of birth, I will give some 23. Okay. Now, like this, I am giving data. Okay. While you are reading data, is it possible to read data name? Suppose a name. What is the name of this person? 19. Is there any name will be there like this? Not possible. If you observe age, is there any age will be characters? Is there observe date of birth? Is there any digit, one digit number? Must and should date means date, month, and a year. All those things will be there. Is it clear? Suppose if you observe this data is not in a proper manner. For that reason, must and should you have to maintain proper data type. So suppose name will be in characters only. So must and should you have to allow only characters. Age will be in integer format. So must and should you have to allow only integer values. Now date of birth means must and should you have to allow date, month, and year. Only this type of data you have to allow. While you are segregating all this data in a proper manner, if you want to update, you can update. If you want to delete, you can delete. Okay, like this, if you want to do any manipulations inside the table, you can do. Okay, for that reason, you have to know one new concept called data types. Today's class, we will discuss about data types. Now, what is meant by data type? Here, what type of data we are inserting? Okay, what type of data we can store in a database column. Now, inside database, how data is storing in the form of tables. Okay, each table contains rows and columns. Now, for each column, it will allow what type of data I need to allow. For that reason, we have to learn about data types. Now, what are the different types of data types? One is numeric, data, string. Like this, n number of data types will be there. Boolean, so many things will be there. But out of this, must and should you have to learn. These are the three things. One is numeric and date type and string. Now, what is mean by numeric? Numeric is nothing but numbers. Okay, what type of numbers I need to store? Either integer numbers or float numbers. Those type of numbers we can store. Now, date and time. What is mean by date and time? If you want to store only time, also you can store. If you want to store only date, also you can store. If you want to store any year, also you can store. Like that. Okay. And string is nothing but characters. When you will use string data type for storing names, for storing places, for storing last name, first name, like that. Okay. Now, what are the three data types? Numeric, date type, and string. Now we will discuss one by one. First, we will discuss about numeric data type. Okay, in numeric data type, we have several things will be there based on numbers. Okay, first one is int data type. Now, what is the allowable range for int data type? -21474836482 to 21474836447. Now, in between these numbers, if you want to store, suppose 10 minus 1 like this, some values up to 10 digits. Okay, and any mobile numbers, all those numbers if you want to store means we can use int type data type. The allowable range for this is maximum width is 10 digits. If you count this 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters. Okay. If you want to store 10 digits means we will use int data type. If you observe 800, 800 is available in between these numbers. Okay, you can use int. If you want to store 8,000, 8000 also you can use int type data type. Okay, like this, -21474836482, positive 200 21474836447. In between these numbers, any number if you want to store means you can use int type data type. Next one, tiny int. What is tiny int? Tiny int is if signed, the allowable range is -128 to +128. Now in between these numbers, you can use tiny int. Okay. Now why? What is the difference between int and tiny int? Int means you can store so many numbers, but a tiny int means maximum -128 to 127. Only these numbers we can store. If signed means both positive and negative. Now unsigned. Unsigned means only positive numbers up to 255. 256 characters only it will allow. In between these numbers only it will allow. Why I need to use int type? Why I need to tiny int? Suppose if you take marks, any student marks, what is the maximum marks for that particular students? Only 0 to 100. Okay. For that reason, you can use these values 0 to 255 numbers. Okay. For that reason, based on our requirement, we will use int, tiny int, small int, big int, like this. So many things will be. Now, small int is also one of the data type. What is the allowable range? -32,768 to 32,767. And if you observe here numbers, no need to remember all those numbers. Just you have to know what is the data types and when you have to use particular int, tiny int, small int, and big int. Next, medium int. Now, what is the allowable range for medium int? -383888608 to 83888607. These numbers. Okay. Now, if unsigned means from 0. Unsigned means if you remember here, unsigned means both positive and negative. Unsigned means only positive numbers. Okay, like this. Next one, you can specify up to 9 digits. Medium int means how many digits? 3, 6, 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1 minute. Here minor mistakes will be there. You can rectify later. Okay. Here means 10 digits. Medium int means only 3, 6, 7 only. 7 digits, not 9 digits. Next, big int means it is allowable range is very big. In most of the cases, we will not use big int. This many numbers we will not allow. We will not take. Okay. You can specify what is the specified numbers? 20 numbers. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 numbers it will allow. Is it clear? These are our numeric data types. Here, no need to remember all data types. Just we will use int data type for storing multiple values. Okay, because this is the big size, huge number, you can store. Next one is decimal, float related values. Now, decimal, what is the use of decimal data type? It is defining the display length and the number of decimals is required if you want to store decimal values. Okay, if you observe here, decimal of 5, 2. Here, what is meant by 5? Length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total how many character numbers? 5 numbers. This is 5. Next 2. What is 2? After point, how many digits you want? That one. Only that type of value only it will accept. 357.52 and 727.32. Like this type of numbers only it will agree. Next one is float. You can float also similar to decimal only. Now, what is the difference between these two numbers? Float having by default after the right hand side of point, it will agree 10 values. After that, 2 values. Okay. Decimal precision can go up to 24 places. If you take decimal data type, after point, it will take 1 or 2 minimum. Compared to float, it will take only less. But if you take float means after point, it will consider up to 24 values. If you take decimal means compared to float, it is less. And double also same to float. And after point, it will take 53 places. Okay. Now, observe here, decimal means after point only minimum 2 or 3 or 5. Okay. Next, Float means after point 24 values. Next, double means after point 53. Now, which one is giving high precision? Compared to decimal and float, double will give high precision. Okay, but based on your requirement, you can use either decimal or float or double. Next data type is date and time. Now, here we have several types will be there in date time. One is a date and date time and a timestamp, time and a year. If you are using date data type, it is storing in year, month and DD format. In between thousand year and January month, first to 9999 year and 12th month and 31st date. Up to these numbers only it will agree. Now I need to store 999th year, January 1st. I need to store. But inside database, how it is storing? 099, no, 0999, 0101. Like this it is storing. Okay, must and should it will take 4 characters in a year. Next, date time. Now here date time is a combination, both date and time. First it will consider year, month, date, after that hours, months and seconds. Now for date means it is separated with hyphen, for time means it is separated by colons. Like this it will store. Now if you observe timestamp, timestamp is similar to date time, but what is the difference between date time and timestamp? Timestamp, it will not take any hyphens, any colons in value. Okay, 1973, 12th month and 30th date and 15 hours, 30 minutes, 0 seconds. Like this it will store. Next, time. Time is used to store only hours, months and seconds. Next one is year. If you are using year data type, if you are using year data type, it will store years in a 2-digit or 4-digit format. If a length is specified as 2 means year of 2 means at the last 2 numbers, only 2 numbers it will store. If you are not specifying, if your length is specified as 4 means it will take 4 characters, but the default length is 4. Suppose I want to store 1974. If you are giving this value means it will store 1974. But in year of 2 you are giving, but you are giving 1974 value. In that case, it will store only 74 value. Like that, it will store data. Next data type is string data type. Now, what is meant by string? Collection of character. Means it will store only characters. Okay, we have several data types will be there, comes under string only. One is char, varchar, and blob. What is meant by blob? Binary large objects. Okay, first we will see what is a char. Char is a fixed length string. It stores 1 to 255 characters in a length. For example, character of 5 means right padded with spaces to a specified length when stored. Observe here, what is the meaning? Character, I need to store character of 5. Character of 5. First, it will create 5. Okay, 5 spaces. Now, if you are giving only 3 characters, okay, if you are giving 3 characters, but it is considering how many spaces? 5 characters space it will occupy. If you are giving, if you are taking varchar of 5, varchar of 5, here also same thing, it will give 5 values. Okay, but you are giving only 3, MON. Okay, but here only how many spaces it will consider? 1, 2, 3. Here it will consider 3, but here it will consider 5. Okay, that is the difference between char and varchar. Varchar means variable length and char means particular fixed length. That is the difference between character and var character. In industries, most of the places they will prefer only varchar, they will not prefer character. Next one is text. Okay, what is the length for varchar? Varchar also same length 1 to 255 characters. Next, blob or text. If you want to store more data, in that case we will go for text or blob. Blob means binary large objects. Now what is the use? It is used to store large amount of binary data. Okay, means either images or any other different types of files. If you want to store, we will go for blob or text. Now, one more will be the Fields defined as text also holds large amount. Both are same, only blob or text. Okay. If based on your requirement, you can use. Next, what is the difference between blob and text? It is a observe here. Blob data is case sensitive and the text data is not a case sensitive. What is meant by case sensitive? Case sensitive means capital A and small a. Both are different. Okay. Not a case sensitive means capital A and small a. Both are same. You do not specify a length with blob or text. Next, tiny blob or tiny text. Okay, we have tiny is there, medium and long. All are same only, but character size. If you want to store only 255 characters means we will go for text. Tiny text means 255 characters. If you are taking medium text means it will take 1677215 characters. If you are taking long text means it will allow so many characters. Okay, all of it clear? I hope.